What's up, guys? So, this is Sunday. Excuse my voice. I've got allergies, some crazy allergies. But yeah, um, we've been away for a while, and I just wanted to talk to you guys here at home again. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. If you guys are watching this on the replay, we do this every Sunday. Yeah. So today we're going to talk about VR. We're going to talk about VR180, headsets, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. We're going to wait a couple minutes, see if anybody shows up. It's Sunday afternoon, it's Mother's Day, so I don't expect a lot of people today, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to, this is a commitment that I chose to commit to. So, yeah, we're going to have a live feed. So, I put out a Hootsuite, so we're going to see if the Hootsuite worked. I sent something to Instagram, to Twitter, and Facebook. But again, this is probably a horrible time to do a live chat today, but got some things on my mind I want to talk about, and so yeah. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, it's flipping out. Everything all right down there? I'm doing my live chat. So something I want to talk to you guys today about is I've been playing around a lot lately with the DJI stereoscopic camera. And there is a new camera that just came out. It's called the Lenovo Mirage, and it is a VR180. And I've been talking to the people at DJI, trying to get them to adjust their software, and hopefully they'll be able to get on VR180 as well, because I think it would be huge for their company. But I've been getting into like 3D video, and I've been a part of 360 VR for years. I've taken pictures for about 15 years. And then, has it been about 15 years? Probably about 15 years. And then, since the boom of the 360 camera came out, I've been playing around with those, putting them on drones and flying them around and sticking them in, dishwashers, and, figuring out really cool places that I would want to look around in a VR experience. And so what we have going on is, Oculus. So Oculus helped out with the Gear VR. And that was a VR headset that you got whenever you bought a Samsung phone, and but it required your phone to go in it. And so there's a lot of people that haven't gotten on board with VR because it's complicated. In order to enjoy a VR experience kind of the right way is, to buy a PC and to buy all these wires that go all around your room and stuff. and it's just not. I don't know. It's not easy. I recently got the VR headset for PlayStation, the PlayStation VR, and even that is pretty complex. After I got it all put together, is pretty good, but you still have to have a camera across the room looking at you all the time, and then you've got all these lights on your head, and every time you move your head around, that's how it figures out where you are and what you're doing. So this week I decided to get the Oculus Go. Now there's two VR headsets that recently came out. There's the Oculus Go, and then there's the Lenovo Mirage. And both of these is a new type of headset where it's mobile, and it's a lot like the Gear VR was, but you don't have to take your phone out of your pocket and stick it in your headset and put it on your face. Now you just put it on your face, and it's got the one that I got is the Oculus Go has a Mi phone in it, so it's Android based, but it doesn't have a phone, so you won't be in the middle of a game or a YouTube video and all of a sudden a big text pops all over your face and you're like, oh, I gotta call him back, or whatever. So I'm pretty excited to play around with it, guys. As you can see right there, it's on the desk, it's charging, so I'm waiting for that to charge before I can really get it out and play with it. But yeah, guys, so I'm pretty excited about that. And kind of my world with VR so far has been, I've had a lot of little plastic cases that you strap to your head, and then you put it on your face. And here's an example, if I can get it without causing a disaster. So this guy, I had, what is this called? Viewmaster. Wait, let's get it in. So growing up, I had a Viewmaster, right? And it was one of those things where you see this little orange things, you'd put it on your face and you'd push down, and it had these little film strips, these little not film strips, they're like little slides on a circle, and they'd flip around every time you'd push that button, and you'd see like a picture of a tiger, beautiful picture of a tiger, or you'd see this amazing picture of Disney World, or Superman flying across the sky, or something like that. And what made it so cool was that you had these two magnifying glasses looking at it. Well, this was the first kind of affordable headset that I purchased, and basically you put your phone in here and then you snap it in, and then with Google Cardboard, when you push this down, it basically just touches the screen in a spot, and then moves it around. And the Viewmaster has some kind of augmented reality stuff where it'll have a little action figure that kind of sits on your desk, and you can move your head all around, and that kind of stuff is pretty cool. And I got my son one. It was like this. It started with an M. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but it was this cube that basically had like all these Aztec symbols all over it and stuff. And it was like Minecraft in a cube, and so you could look around and point around all these different angles, and it was like Minecraft. So there's that. And then I got the Gear VR. I had the first version that didn't have a controller, and I got this SteelSeries controller so that I could use that. And that was kind of my introduction into the Oculus store. So in the Oculus store, there's all kinds of... Whoa. Did y'all hear that? I think the ceiling's falling. Wait. What is that sound? That's crazy, guys. I don't know what's happening. No, I'm just kidding. My wife and kids just got home, and she's getting some ice out of the ice maker. But so with the Gear VR and Oculus, it introduced these apps where you could ride a roller coaster, or you could fly through the air like an eagle. So it got me interested in, a lot of and it would have apps like Facebook and YouTube. So I could go to my YouTube page and click on a video that I did, and I could watch it. And they would work like the 3D picture, the 360 degree video that I took would work for this platform. So I could relive, like my son's baptism, or 4th of July at the park. I could go back and watch those videos, and it's one thing to just watch a video. It's another thing to kind of be in the middle of the video. I love that. There's one. So I guess I put the video my Garmin Verb 360, I put it at eye level at church. And there's the round where we're, got two guitar players, and we got a girl singing, and then I'm playing the drums and I'm singing. And so I went on there, and I just watched that video, and all of a sudden I'm looking myself in the face. Like I'm eye level with myself, and I'm looking down, and I can see, what I'm wearing, and I can watch myself play the drum, and it's just kind of, it's cool to me. It's like an out of body experience. So with all of these technologies coming up, I've put several 360 cameras on my drones and flown them, 100, 200 feet up in the air, on a beautiful day. And it's like you're a bird. I had my son, he was wearing the PlayStation VR, and he put it on his head, and he was looking down, and he was like, I feel like a giant. And it was really cool to watch him go through that. So I see we got 2 people watching. Pretty excited about that. How about somebody type something or say something to me? Because right now I'm just talking to myself, and we can watch me talk to myself all day. I'm okay with that. I have a lot of things to say. But we got 3 people on. If you guys would chat with me, then I'd have somebody to talk to, and I'd have something to talk about. So I know I haven't been posting as many videos as I used to, and I'll give you kind of the rundown of what's going on with Shawn Ide Studios. So as you guys know, all of the small YouTube channels, they got hit by there were some things that went on with YouTube, and a lot of there's some videos that were inappropriate that made a lot of advertisers want to pull out. So in order for YouTube to keep advertisers, they put they put stronger regulations on YouTube. And so basically what they did was they took everybody that didn't have 4,000 view hours and 1,000 subscribers. They took our the ability to have ads on our channel and make revenue on YouTube. So they pulled that away. And February 20th was when they pulled that away. And then they were quick to pull it away, and they've been super slow to give it back. I met the requirements about a month and a half ago. Now I have like over 8,000 view hours, and a YouTube channel that I didn't even care about. Just my regular Shawn Ide channel was just a simple channel to put like my kids' birthdays on and stuff like that. I have over 1,000 subscribers on that channel. I think that channel is about to get more subscribers than this channel, and this channel is the one that I've spent all of my time working on, and it's been kind of my baby for the last year. But we got 5 people watching, and nobody is chatting. Am I looking at the wrong chat window? There are 5 people watching, and nobody's chatting. Everybody's just kind of looking at me. So what they did was they took all that monetization away. So now I have my regular Shawn Ide channel is has over 1,100 subscribers, but it only has maybe about 2,000 watch hours. So now I got to get people watching that channel for just periods of time so that I can get my watch hours up. And then I'll have 2 channels on the way to being reviewed. Dave and the Bandit, what's up, buddy? We've got somebody on here who's brave enough to chat with me. Dave and the Bandit, what's up with you, man? Happy Mother's Day. So anyway, I don't want to rant or complain or anything like that, but they said that I would have monetization by the end of April, and now they've changed it till the end of June. So basically they took it away on February 20th, and they're waiting until June to give it back. So that's frustrating. I'm putting more efforts to kind of build my brand and get both of my channels to have better quality videos by the time I get monetized, just so that I'll hit the ground running when that happens. You know, I don't know if you guys have watched my channel from the beginning, but you know, a lot of my beginning videos were, I don't have any money, so I'm gonna just do some videos on the gear that I have, and we'll see if anybody watches it. And then I started doing drone videos, and some of those videos kind of blew up. So I've been doing, like, where my talents lie is in 360 video, 360 photos. You know, I like to fly drones, and I'm a graphic designer, so I'm just creative all around. But I've kind of focused on several things, but I don't know if it's going to be my focus forever. I love new tech. I love smartwatches, smartphones, stuff like that, gimbals. Dave and the Bandit, how's it going? Hello from Dover, England. I get a lot of people from England. This must be like, this time of day must be, what time is it over there, Dave? I feel like this is evening for the UK. And that's probably when people are watching. So if I want to pick which country I talk to, maybe I should find out like when prime time is in that country, and then I'll just do a live stream then, and then maybe I'll get a bunch of people from the Philippines, or I don't know. I'm not familiar with Dover, England. Where is Dover, England? I'm parched. We get a guy on here. 2038. So that is 8:40. Okay, so it's 8:40 p.m. there in England, in Dover, England. So that's about the time people over there are watching YouTube. So over here in America, people are probably, you know, taking their afternoon naps or something, working out in the yard on Sunday afternoons. I don't know when the best time would be to do my live chat. I'm thinking about changing it up, but there's a couple other live chats that I watch and I'm a part of that I don't want to kind of step over their feet. But maybe later in the evening would be better for over here. But I love talking to people from England too. I've been to London, Dave. I had a 12-hour layover in London. So we went and saw Westminster Abbey and Big Ben, and we rode around in the underground, and it was a good time. Okay, it's in the southeast. Cool. Southeast. Okay. So what are you doing on YouTube, Dave? Do you have a YouTube channel you'd like us to promote? Oh, Dave and the Bandit likes motorcycles. Cool. Oh, Parrot Bebop. So are you part of the Parrot Bebop group on Facebook, Dave? I have a Parrot Bebop 2 right now. But I've had the AR drone and Parrot Bebop, and then I even had the Mambo for a little bit, and then now I have Parrot Bebop 2. And a while back I had the good controller, but I don't have the good controller now. But I haven't really flown the Parrot in a while. I did put my Rilo on my Parrot Bebop and flew it in a video recently. But yeah, I love my Parrot Bebop. I love the was it Flight Plan? Is that the part of the app where you can select different points around the map and then it'll fly that mission? I really like that. Just because it's I like the idea of coming up with a plan, and I had an idea of I had a plan to make a mission around something cool and then do it in like 4 seasons, because when you hit play, like, it does the exact, like, you can do the mission over and over and over again. And so one of my plans was to do it, maybe do it like the building of a building, I think would be cool. And if you did like a cool mission building around the building, especially, I mean, you have to know what the building's going to look like when it's done and how high it's going to be and all that stuff. But I think it'd be cool to fly a mission around a building as it's being built, and then, like, let's say the building was going to be built in 3 months. I think it'd be cool to do it, once a week or something like that. Yeah, that's true, Dave. Flight Plan was like $20, I think, here in the U.S. $20, 20 American dollars. Or 14. It might have been 14. So something I want to talk about this week is I'm planning on selling my DJI goggles because I don't really use them. I got them with my DJI Mavic Air, but I don't really have, like, I don't go out and fly with other guys all the time. Most of the time I go on my lunch break by myself out to the park and I fly my drone. And in order to use DJI goggles, or any goggles for that matter, you need to have a visual observer. So you need to, you're always supposed to have line of sight with your drone, and you can't have line of sight if you have a big box on your face. So that's why you need to have a visual observer, and that visual observer needs to understand the rules of drone flight and stuff like that. So I don't have a use for my goggles. I've played video games on it. I've used it as a HD monitor on my face, but I don't have a need for that. So what I'm going to do, so the plan is, I just spent a little over $200 because I had some coupons on my Oculus Go, and so the plan is to sell my DJI goggles to cover that. Dave, that's true. Yeah, it's we still don't get it with the DJI drones. I've been begging them for years to add it to the DJI drones, or even unique drones. I think would be great. They have these things called waypoint missions, but I think they're stupid. I think, like, there's nothing that you can do Maybe Litchi you can, but that's a third-party app that you have to buy anyway. Um, but I just don't think there's a need. There's I don't think the manufacturers see a consumer need for them. I think um, people that would be want to fly professionally would want to pay for the upgrade. I think that's their idea behind it. But I mean, the Parrot Bebop's been out for. I think I had the Bebop 2 3 years ago, and I mean, you think by now they would have given it to us for free. You know what I mean? Like, charge $20 for it for 6 months or a year, and then oh, we just decided to give it to everybody. You know, I think something like that. So Dave the Bandit had to go at FPV first time Friday, and it made him feel sick. Yeah, there's like this weird nauseous thing that you get, and that's another thing with my drone videos. When I do a 360 video up in the air, you know, when I'm making that video, I need to be aware that it might make people sick. You know, and that's the other reason I got this Oculus Go. The two headsets that are out right now, there's a Lenovo Mirage and the Oculus Go. Everybody's talking about how amazing the Lenovo is. Lenovo's like twice the price, and the biggest benefit of it is the fact that it has 6 DOF. They keep calling it 6 degrees of something F, 6 degrees of F, and but what it does, it has these two cameras on front, and it's constantly reading the environment. So it knows when you move forward, it knows when you move back. But I thought about all the things that I've done in VR. Do I really want to move? Like, my living room is a tiny space. Like, we live in an apartment. And so there's pretty much like couch, 2 chairs, TV, and then this tiny little area in the middle that you can stand in. So I'm not going to be moving while I have that on my face, and I have gotten nauseous, and so some of my VR videos that I'm planning on making is flying my drone up to a specific spot, and then just recording like 5 minutes of footage in that spot, so people can look around and walk around. There's been some where like you've been walking through the city, or you've been on some guy's selfie stick while he's on a boosted board riding through New York City. You know, I've been on some of those, and if you have in your mind where you're going, then I think it's okay. But I'll use my wife as an example. My wife is, she gets motion sick, and so she has to drive the car. And the reason she has to drive the car and not me is because she is, when she's driving the car, she knows what direction the car is going to go. But if I'm driving the car and I turn or stop or do something that she didn't expect, then all of a sudden she's nauseous. And so that's where VR, like moving VR video, is kind of tricky, because you could just make people throw up if, you know, like my drones can get up to 40 miles an hour. So if I put a 360 camera on my drone and then flew at 40 miles an hour, would that make you throw up? I kind of think so. So, yep. So we got 4 people watching, but I just got Dave talking to me. Is anybody else in here that wants to say anything? What do y'all want to talk about? Dave's got a Parrot Bebop 2. Hey Dave, do you have the controller to where you can fly a mile away, or are you using a tablet or a phone or something like that? People kind of down the Parrot Bebop drones, but I think they're awesome. Yeah, Dave will be sitting down. Well, that's just the thing. Like, whether you're, oh, you were standing up and maybe you kind of leaned forward and got a little sick. I've done that. The thing about the DJI goggles, the one time that I flew it, I think if you had a job where you had to take some really cool video, then I think the goggles are awesome because you don't get sunlight. Like, there's not a glare. There's not, like, it's completely around your eyes, and you can do, like, the video that I took when I had my goggles on was great video. Like, there was a car driving, like, we did it in this ballpark, and there was this car driving in the parking lot, and I was able to fly my drone kind of at an angle at it. I wasn't on top of it, but I was kind of at an angle and pointing at it, and I was able to and it turned. It did a 90-degree turn and drove off, and so I was able to turn the drone, and then as it was driving off, then I lifted the camera up to the sunrise, and it was, or a sunset, and it was just a really cool shot. But I just don't have anybody to fly with all the time. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I got a day job. I got a night job, and I got a YouTube channel. I got 2 YouTube channels. So finding time to meet up with a buddy and go fly is really hard for me, especially now. A couple weeks, summer's going to hit, so the kids will be out doing their summer thing. But so yeah, Dave. So I had the Sky Controller 1, and then for about a week, I had the Sky Controller 2, which does the exact same thing, but it's like an Xbox controller with like this big thing on the front, big antenna. That thing was awesome, and I flew around with it, but it was one of those things where I bought it at one of those places that had, it's kind of an outlet place and sells, stuff that people return to Amazon or something like that. So I got it for a cheap price, but then the next week there was something that came out that I really wanted to review on my channel. So I took it back, got the cash back, and then, put that money towards something else. That's another thing. Having a tech channel without, like today, I could have Super Chat on here if they would go ahead and review my channel. They've already reviewed my channel. I already did have monetization. I didn't have any copyright strikes. Like, I was a really good citizen on YouTube. They took my monetization away, and now, since my channel's so small, they're taking their sweet time to give it back. So that's frustrating. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the Parrot, what Dave's talking about. The Sky Controller 1 is like, there's a joystick over here, and there's a joystick over here, and then there's a big place for your tablet in the middle, and there's a big old antenna on top, and you kind of point it around, and so you're like flying around with this big, like a tea tray. Like, it's funny. It's awesome. And when it came out, it was like, it was cutting edge when it came out. And then DJI started coming out with these tiny little controllers, and Parrot stepped up their game. But anyway, well, we've been on here for about 40 minutes, so I think today it's Mother's Day, so I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife, and yeah, hope you guys have a good day. There's 4 people on here, and I would like to promote your channels if you have them, but nobody is chatting. So if everybody wants to go to Dave the Bandit, you can go next to anything that he said. You can click on the 3 dots and you can go to his channel. If you right click on it, then you can open up in a new tab, and go to his channel and then subscribe to him. So everybody on the chat today, go subscribe to Dave and the Bandit. Right now, let's see what he's got. He had 9 subscribers. I subscribed to him, so he now has 10. So let's see how many subscribers he has in a week. Because we're going to put this on after the fact. And it's going to run, till eternity. So you might be getting subscribers in a year off of this, Dave. But anyway, I want to support all the small YouTube channels out there. And yeah, Dave has been an awesome participant in this live chat today. So everybody, if you would go out and subscribe to Dave and the Bandit, that would be awesome. So Dave says, well, it's been good chatting with you, mate. Must be ready for work in the morning. Oh yeah, it's a work night. And it's like, what time is it now? It's like 8:53 there. So it's bedtime, Dave. Go to bed. Peace out, man. Peace out, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and blessings.